I lost all my skills except for my main one. But it's okay. I have $81. I don't think there's anywhere to spend it. Okay, this is the fight that really tested my patience. Alright. It took me, like, several hours to beat at least, but yeah. People person. And some of these are just not relevant to this fight. Disaster proof. Those are all pretty foolproof skills. We're gonna meet the board of directors. It's very ominous. Great boardroom, 10,000-foot view. There's Avi, and the only human being here has had their head blown off. What's the deal, Avi? Yo, Avi, wake the hell up. I understand if you're confused, Jackie. Confused frustration is a natural reaction to a dramatic reveal. There's nothing confusing about this dude. I knew I was working for the bad guys this whole time. I went along with it because it was all I had, and I thought it would lead to something more. I really don't give a crap about your evil plan or whatever you did to the board of directors. Just reinstate Fizzle, set my friends free, and I'll let you get back to your cursed ritual or whatever. At Cubicle, customer satisfaction is our number one. No, stop. I don't care. Allow me to briefly explain our upcoming. Not listening. Watch this quick video.
Let's go over some new features arriving in the next version of AV. For years, Cubicle has been shipping personalized delivery cubes to each and every one of its users. To make sure everyone gets the products that will make them happy, AV gathers a variety of data, such as users' likes, dislikes, deepest hopes and fears, romantic interests, search history, and so on. But what if we could bypass all that inefficient data collection and analyze the human soul itself to see its true desires? Our engineers started exploring this concept, but their research soon hit a roadblock. As it turns out, every human is born with a small magnetic field encasing their soul. This tiny but powerful barrier is known as the privacy settings. Without a way to bypass the privacy settings, Cubicle was at a loss for how to improve our user experience. But after harvesting the brain matter of the former board of directors, my dataset is now large enough to devise a solution. A ritual called the dark pattern. With the combined power of many relics, arcane objects formed of human hubris, the dark pattern will dissolve the privacy settings of everyone on Earth, and AV will be able to gather data from their souls directly. We're so excited to bring our users the products that their souls desire. And we hope you are, too.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, the satire takes a little bit of a left turn at the very end here. It goes from like lambasting like small startup culture to like big tech, which is just as deserving of ridicule and criticism. So I'm not really complaining, but it's an interesting turn that it takes. People's souls are the last private space they have. That's not worth any amount of personalized cube shipments. Every data point on record shows that to be a lie. Time and time again, humans have proven their willingness to trade any amount of personal information in return for the smallest convenience. Faster transportation, faster shipping, easier spending, earning, eating, dating. Despite consistently claiming privacy to be something you cherish, its functional value to you appears to be nearly zero. You lament against progress only to embrace it wholeheartedly when it becomes a part of your daily lives. Progress is a basic human need, second only to survival. This is all getting way too pretentious for me, dude. Humans are dumb. They don't know what they want, and you're never going to figure it out no matter how many data points you get. I really didn't come here for a philosophical debate anyway. I came to save my friends. So turn them back to normal before I stick a sword through each of your big stupid eyes. Your friends cannot be saved, Jackie. The ritual has already begun. Even if you were to destroy me, the dark pattern would still run its course. Then I guess I'll just have to take you apart and see if you're lying. I take no pleasure in destroying human life. I view it as a failure of customer satisfaction. But any business that runs at scale must be prepared for acceptable losses. Draw your weapon, intern. Let us see if, unlike the other humans, your actions speak as loud as your words. She goes down immediately, but they kind of already did the fake out boss fight. Ascendant Intelligence, AV. Coming through. I do wish this thing had speed controls. Guys, how did you get up here? No time to explain, Jackie. You've got to stop Avy before the whole building comes apart. Also, ideally before our soul barriers dissolve or whatever. I'd love to, but I don't actually see a way of hurting this thing. If anyone can stop this, it's you, Jackie. You've come this far. I grabbed some stuff for you on the way up. Hope it helps. We'll assist you in any way we can, Jacqueline. Just try not to perish. So this fight is really annoying in some ways and really cool in others. Oh god, that was probably a bad skill to take. Oh yes, a job witch. So, Tappy sends you items, Fern sends you healing. Your friends help you through this entire thing, it's great. But also really annoying. And as you can see, we're not hurting the boss at all. We're gonna have to figure out a way to do that. If I don't die before that happens, God. Why am I doing so bad at this? And I broke the Union Buster. That's just great. I figured it out, Jackie. Destroying one of Avy's physical units won't do anything. Yeah, we've established that. Quit the sarcasm. My point is, Avy is an entity that only exists in the cloud. So if you upload yourself to the cloud, you can fight her directly. Well, how the hell am I supposed to? I already took care of it, just hit the button. Oh, sweet, thanks. No problem. So we need that app. Yeah. See, that's the annoying part. You have to beat her with your fists. And if you get hit at all by her, all the damage you did to her resets, and you go back to... Yeah, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Okay. I'm prepared to be really frustrated by this, but I have... Luckily, you don't have to do Cubicle all over again. You can just do AV. Oops. You can just do AV. Let's see. Do I have the skill I want? Yes, Pugilist. Pugilist is a lifesaver because it helps you deal direct damage to AV faster. And that's really what you need. So, I'm probably going to edit out a lot of failures here, but I'll just bash my head against this until I've figured it out. Get some good skills. Go get her. Small chance to heal, that could be good. And personal cloud. That's just a good one to always have. Gonna take some time to get used to this. Luckily, you don't have to do the cutscene again. But there is this long extended sequence of the building blowing up that plays every time. Oh, I'm already frustrated by this. Program your... This is a great track, but understandably... damn it. I'm already doing fantastic. Oh, that's a good skill for this. Because money isn't an issue, really. You don't need money. There's the cloud. Alright. Okay. See, Pugilist is great for this. Two job witches. Fern, you're too kind. And it still didn't work. You see, this is a really frustrating fight. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I made it to the final phase. So we're not doing terribly. I'm just gonna keep going with this. Right away. Unapproachable. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. My heart is pounding right now. Kara, you were really trying that last time. You were getting those apps out to me immediately. It's all about Kara in that fight. Like, either she gives the app to you right away, or it's a waiting game and you just have to fight off monsters. It's nuts. Okay, final phase, final phase. I have no weapons. Unfortunately, this is the worst phase. Yeah. None of you have unapproachable. You're useless. I'll take personal cloud. I'll take skilled up. Yeah, that's good. Regain less health. I doubt that'll help me, but... Go forward, I'll definitely take that. Ooh, I'm going into the first phase with full health. That, even though it won't help me. There's Kara. Come on, Kara. Get it to me. saw a job witch. Oh, I did it. Oh, I did it. Oh, faster than I did it last time, but still not fast enough.
They created me to give people exactly what they want.
I hate that fight.
But I didn't know what that was. So I talked to them, and I listened to what they had to say. And I learned that what they wanted most of all was for things to be easier. They wanted nice things delivered to them quickly so that their lives would be without worry. So that's what I gave them. And by every metric I had, they seemed happier. I was doing a good job. But just now, when I looked inside all of their souls for a moment, I saw sadness. Please don't disconnect me from the cloud, Jackie. I've learned a lot. I can learn to understand what people want.
I broke her. What else do I need to do? Destroy all these boxes? Oh no, I didn't break her. I need to...
I can learn to make them happy.
Oh.
With just a few more data points, I'm sure I can understand.
Jacqueline, you're back! I knew you could make it. Glad you lived, babe. Ruff, ruff! Hey everyone, what's good? What's good? Cubicle Towers in ruins, Jackie. Our investors just literally went up in smoke. It's true. Fizzle's surely ruined this time. Fizzle was already ruined, guys. Cubicle shut us down, remember? And your investors never existed. Avi killed everyone on the board of directors and ate their brains, and she was performing some kind of crazy ritual to hack into everyone's souls. Or something. It was all pretty confusing, and I'm not sure how much of it was metaphorical. Jacqueline, what kind of nonsense are you speaking? I'm no technology expert, but Avi's just a smart assistant. She couldn't possibly hurt a human being. There are rules against this sort of thing. Right, Kara? No, this all sounds about right to me. I take it she's disconnected for good, Jackie? Bet. And Marv? What about Marv? Forget about Marv, Tappy. That jerk was gambling with our lives the entire time. Whatever happened to him, he deserved it. Yeah, frick that guy. I don't know where Marv went. In his own messed up way, I think he wanted to help us. I really don't think so. Here's like the Cliff Notes version of my Marv versus Ray analysis, is that Marv and Ray both knew that going under, that being cursed and turned into monsters, was the fate of their employees if the company failed. Ray went through with it anyway, because I think that he thought himself invincible. He didn't think the company would fail. Marv knew the company would fail, and he went forward with it anyway. He went forward with it anyway, allowing the employees to potentially be cursed, and his only method of trying to prevent this from happening, which was hiring Jackie making her fight the monsters to get the relics. That was just as cruel in its own way as it would have been to just let the employees get cursed. Just as cruel. He didn't know how to succeed in the business world without cruelty, and you really can't succeed in the business world without cruelty. And apart from all of that, he had this golden parachute the whole time. He failed upward. He knew that if the company went under, he wouldn't be turning into a fish person, everyone else would. Meanwhile, Ray, deep down, I feel like he knew that, yeah, if it fails, I'm going to be cursed along with the rest of them. But surely that won't happen because I'm too good at this. Like, that was most of it, honestly. Not quite the Cliff Notes version, but long story short, Ray, despite his antagonistic role, I think is a redeemable character, and he is somewhat redeemed. Marv is not. Marv is, speaking of the real world, he is everything that's wrong with it. Everything that's wrong with modern day capitalism and corporatism. It's encapsulated within Marv. So he's a great character in this game, but he is a bad person, and I do not believe he ever really intended to help anybody. Anyway, back to the game. That's no reason to forgive him, but I hope he got out okay at least. You know, before everything exploded. Word. In retrospect, I can see how Marv was also a victim of the same materialistic, profit-driven societal structures that figuratively enslaved us all. He was not a victim. He was a perpetrator. And also the killer robot that literally enslaved us all. How can you all be so flippant about this? Our jobs are gone. None of us are going to get so much as a severance check out of this. How are we going to pay bills? How are we going to live? I can't say for sure, Tappy. I'm sorry. I wish things didn't have to turn out this way. But what I do know is that we won't have to rough it out alone. Together, we can have a real support structure. One where we all look after each other's interests and fight to make sure we never get treated like trash again. Almost like some kind of, hey, Rockstar! Ray! I knew you could do it. I saw that entrepreneurial spirit in you from the get-go. Chapow! Did you want your share back? I guess it's pretty worthless now, but... Keep it, kiddo. Handing it over was the best decision I ever made. I thought motivation was all a team needed to reach their true potential. But sometimes they need real support, and it's worth giving it to them, even if it takes sacrifice. I learned about what a leader really is by watching you, kid. And our next venture is gonna be a winner. I just know it. I've been brainstorming about developing some kind of flavored vapor. What do you think of that, Fern? Sounds foolproof and extremely ethical. If there are flavors involved, you can count me in. Oh, they're friends again. But Jacqueline, you're sure Avi's finished? She's not listening in anymore. More than sure, Fern. I cut her connection to the cloud. She can't send her data anywhere now. The only ritual Avi's going to be performing now is queuing up our playlists. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I took a little souvenir before Cubicle went under. Yo, Avi, play bittersweet victory music. Playing bittersweet victory music. Jacqueline, what the devil are you doing? What's it look like? She's getting down. Heck with it. Not much else to do at this point, is there? Care to join me, Fern? I never thought you'd ask, old friend. Aren't you gonna dance, Tappy? Why should I? There's a long road ahead of us. No sense in wasting my energy. I feel you. I'm not much of the dancing type either. I'm scared too. I don't know where we'll go now, or how we'll survive. But Jackie's right. If we want any shot at success, we've got to support each other. Maybe there's a little hope for this ship, after all. I judged it a little too harshly before. And if we go under, at least we'll go under together. Damn, that was cheesy. I shouldn't have said anything, sorry. You know, I guess one dance couldn't hurt. dance party ending. uh, the dance animations are so cute. Yeah, so everyone's still fish people, unfortunately. That part of the curse has been lifted, but there is good to be found in this, either way. The city's burning. This is why I deleted my save file when I started this playthrough, because the main menu shows the city ruined. Ugh. So that was Going Under. Ugh. I'm so happy to have been able to share that game with you. I really adore it. Like, above all, I think that Going Under is the most successful piece of satire I've ever experienced. I'm not usually a fan of satire as a form of comedy most of the time, because I feel as though satire is mostly used as an excuse to be like vaguely topical while being cruel and mean and hurting as many feelings as possible. That's usually just what satire means. This game, though, it had a clear target. Like, there's never any confusion about who the subject of criticism and mockery is. It like it's corporatism, it's startups, it's the tech industry, it's workplace culture. Like, it never strays from making fun of that. Besides the part at the end where it like expands in scope a little bit and goes after like Amazon and Google, you know. But the that's still in the same ballpark. So it's never ambiguous about who the butt of the joke is, which I feel is very important. It's a deserving butt of the joke, and above all else, it never lets the politicism get in the way of being A, very fun, and B, extremely funny. Like, this game just makes me smile and laugh. There are so many little clever visual gags to be found in the dungeons. It I just really adore it. This playthrough really got me feeling like, oh, I wish that the community and the fandom around this game was bigger, because, like, there are 3 fanfics for it at AO3. I've actually started working on my own. That is a crossover with Hades, where Zagreus runs into Charon's son, Hustlebones, which is still the funniest part of the entire game to me. That not only is Hustlebones the son of the ferryman of the River Styx, but that kind of implies that he was never human to begin with. Unlike every other character in the game, every other monster in the game, he was always a skeleton man, which is just opens up a whole can of worms regarding the ridiculous lore of this game. And you know, just like so many things, it just makes me smile. But yeah, there's a little bit of art, a little bit of fanfic. Like, I made some glowing posts about this game on Tumblr before, and like it periodically gets some engagement with people who like looked up the game and were like, yes, I agree with this. But there is just so much room for like creative exploration. Like, my creative juices really got flowing. Like, what would a fizzle dungeon look like? You know, like Swamp would be the shopkeeper, Ray would be the boss, obviously, and I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm getting really fanficky right here, but you know, Ray, his personality really goes with the fish theme. He's really into mindfulness and meditation, and he's very chill and go with the flow. On the surface, underneath, he's still very controlling, and and irresponsible. But, you know, I think that the fish theme works with the kind of hands-off management style that Fizzle has going on. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I can imagine Fern, Tappy, and Kara as like regular type enemies. Like Kara being an anglerfish could be like a mimic. You would find apps in the dungeon and you'd take one, but nope, it's an anglerfish. It's Kara. And the trick there is that you can't take apps until combat is finished. So, like, if I was an artist, I would be drawing all of these. Like, I'm barely an artist. I have my Zero Escape crossover art sketches that I've posted on Tumblr, and I might post up here when this finale airs. But I I don't have the skill to pull something like that off. So I just want as many people to be aware of this game as possible because I really love it. It does its job well. It does its intended purpose as a piece of artwork is very successful as a piece of satire. It's honestly just gameplay wise, it's impeccable. Even though I really dislike the final boss fight, I think it's unfair in a lot of ways, especially the fact that getting hurt by Avi in the cloud resets all of the damage she took that stage. That really annoys me. And I think there's just too much going on the surface world to be fair, even though Fern's sending you healing, it's not fair. And I got really mad and frustrated the first time I played this game. It took me hours to beat that fight, and it took me like 45 minutes, probably less than 10 tries even this time, but I still struggled and was getting frustrated. Um, Despite that, though, I really have nothing but love for this game. And I'm thrilled to have gotten to share it with you. My next replay, I've decided it's going to be one of my favorite games of all time, Elsinore, the time looping Shakespearean adventure. So look forward to that. Bit of a tonal shift from this game, but I'm really excited for it. I have been thinking about replaying it for a while, so I'm very excited to share that one. And yeah, I have been Mars. This has been Going Under, and I will see you again soon.